It's quite an exciting town to live in. There's lots of things to do, pubs and clubs, so the social is really, really good. Loads of different types of bars, restaurants, cinema, there's bowling, I think, somewhere I've been before.
Ice skating.
Ice skating, yeah, there's loads to do.
There's something for whatever you're interested in.
I mean, a lot of other universities come here for nights out, like Loughborough's only half an hour or so away.
Yeah, Leicester's like 40 minutes.
Yeah, so they come here quite often for their nights out.
There's quite a lot of history around here as well, which is good. The shopping's really good as well, I have to say.
Yeah, the shopping is good. It's such a student-friendly place. All of the clubs have student nights, and all the clothes shops do student discounts. So.
And because it's like a predominantly student area during term time, because there's so many different universities, it's very easy to meet people in Nottingham that are on the same wavelength as you, and sort of if you have any concerns, there's always someone around who'll understand, because there's so many people like you.
I'd say there was a lot of accommodation on offer for students. There's flats for just 2 people, and then you've got houses for up to 10 as well. So it's a really wide range of accommodation.
Yeah.
And if you want to stay on uni, that's possible. If you want to stay on campus, that's possible as well.
Yeah, there's loads to do on campus. Yeah, there's the Arc, the Student Union Bar.
Yeah.
There's shops.
There is a Boots also on campus,
which is always useful.
Yeah, the Portland building is great because it's full of. It's got a cafe, a Boots, a Student Union shop.
It's got Enslow Insurance in it.
Yeah, it's got all your banks in there as well, so you don't ever really need to leave campus if you don't want to.
Yeah.
All of your budget needs are met. If you want to live in have somebody cook for you, basically, Cater Tools are brilliant.
Yeah, they take into all dietary requirements as well.
Yeah.
If you have allergies of any description, they'll
and if you don't really like the idea of somebody making food for you, then self-catered is absolutely fine as well.
Yeah, and there's different types of rooms as well. Like you can have rooms with an ensuite, or you can have rooms with a shared bathroom, or like even you can share your room with someone else. So there's quite a wide range of prices that you
sharing
can pay.
your room will reduce your accommodation fees as well if that's a problem.
Yeah, I mean even in first year you can choose not to live in halls of residence if you don't want to. So
it's like impossible not to find anywhere to live. So there's no need to worry about that at all.
The accommodation office at university offers loads of help in trying to find a private sector house.
Yeah.
And there's lots of talks given at university about what you should look for in housing.
Yeah, previous students as well also be a very big help.
Yeah. Lenton's the biggest student area, I'd say, in Nottingham.
It's probably the best area as well.
Lenton's got the most students, which is why we recommend it.
Yeah.
So quick to walk to university, like it's a really convenient setting for a student living in Lenton. And it takes like 20 minutes to get onto campus, like the middle of campus.
Yeah, Lenton's in a really good position because it's not very far from main campus. Jubilee campus is also very close, and it's not too far from town either, so it's perfect. It's in the middle.
You can walk anywhere, really.
I wanted to live in the private sector because I decided I'd want to move out of halls of residence. I'd sort of been there, done that kind of thing. I did really enjoy my first year in halls, but I just wanted to move into a house of my own, really.
Something that we could take care of ourselves and, learn new things in that respect as well, because university is all about sort of growing up and taking responsibility.
Yeah,
so
you gain so much experience from living in a house of your own, and I just really wanted that experience.
Yeah. And also, like, living in a house with my close friends is really good because you get to know each other so much better over that period than you did in halls of residence. You sort of learn people's dislikes and likes a lot more. And yeah, sometimes that can get on your nerves, but in the long run, it really works out for the best.
Definitely. The independence from living in the private sector is really, I enjoy it so much more than I did living in halls. I still had a fantastic time in halls, but it's just such a different experience. It can be very daunting signing up for a house.
But at the same time, it's always turned out to be, worthwhile in the long run, I'd say.
And I mean, if there are any serious problems, the university is always there to help you.
Go to the accommodation office is always a good way to sort out accommodation. They'll give you loads of advice.
Yeah, and find people that you're definitely sure you want to live with, and a good group of people who you get on well with. Make sure you're all certain about where you're looking for and where you want to live, so that when you finally do sign a contract, nobody is unhappy. And use the accommodation office definitely, because they're always really helpful.
Yeah, new students should really use the internet as well. There's lots of information there, lots of photos and stuff of what accommodation looks like.
Talk to people who you know that have been to university. Ask them whether they preferred living in catered halls or living in self-catered, and then obviously make your own decisions as well. Think about what type of room you want, whether you want to share with somebody or whether you want your own room and your own bathroom.
Moving away from home was so nerve-wracking, I have to
scary.
say. But when we got here, everyone was so welcoming. All the staff in halls of residence were really friendly, and there's a good support system. Yeah,
and you're all being thrown in sort of the same boat together because nobody knows anybody really, and so you've all got to try and make new friends together. So that first moment when you're meeting everybody's in exactly the same position, just as scared as you.
And there's loads of like team building activities in the first few weeks to help you get to know everyone. So.
Yeah, there's loads to do in week one. They take you out every night, so you're bound to make some friends somehow, forced upon you kind of thing.
Living with other people we didn't know was a bit daunting at first, but in a way it's actually better, I'd say, because if you were to live with people you knew, you'd just stay together and you wouldn't, grow as a person and experience new things, which is one of the main things that university is about.
And you get used to each other's habits and stuff.
Yeah.
And just becomes part of your routine.
Doesn't take very long.
We are very happy in our home.
I might even go as far as to say ecstatic.
It's a fantastic house. It's such a high standard, and
it feels like a proper home. You don't have locks on the bedroom doors. We can just like knock and go in, and it's like someone sitting at their desk, working. You can just sit down and have a chat. It feels like a proper house.
And you just sit around and laze around watching telly and in the kitchen, and it's just really, it makes you feel like you are actually at home, and it is your home.
Yeah.
For the best part of a year.
Every year, yeah.